Good evening, Alba. Thank you for being here with us. Alba is, for all the people that you don't know her, maybe, she is the deputy mayor of the city of El Prat. The city of El Prat is the city nearby Barcelona, where the Greens have been ruling the city since 1979. And for her, it's her third term on duty. And she has a special responsibility that sometimes when the Greens are in coalition with other parties, like it is the case in El Prat, they usually don't take it, or it's not very sexy, or it looks like not very sexy. She's in charge, as I say, as human resource management and the economic departments of the city of El Prat. The budget is around 100 million euro, what is a big number. So I think that the first question, Alba, if I may, is how is that? How you handle this important and more now, unfortunately, with the pandemic situation responsibility?
Hi, Sergi, and good evening to everyone. Well, I believe it's an important issue, what I've been doing right now, and I believe that it's a green way to manage this short time we have managing right now, and by managing less public part of the administration, I have been able to prove that always been a green way to manage almost everything in city councils. As you will say, it's a shame, but the pandemic has accelerated a process that some had already begun, and those of us who had not begun has been forced to, which is the managing in a green way all the parts of the administration. I understand that our way to manage the green economy is to consider the economy that wants to make efficient use of resources while causing less impact on the environment. And we can give two examples of that the first one is to do the real digital transition. And that's my obsession right now. Normally, administrations are not the best example of digital modernization, at least in Spain. But the pandemic has forced us to go very, very fast with this kind of issues. I don't know if it's the correct word. Telework. For many years, we have been creating jobs that tended to be very, very face-to-face, and the pandemic showed us that we have to be prepared to work from anywhere, from any place. And thanks to this, we have experienced the reducing for physical supports, like reducing papers elements. And in our case, we have experienced a more reasonable use of time and less duplication of work, less duplication of process, and we have learned about time management, human resources. And it's not that we work less, so we take less time to do the same things. And of course, we spend less, less money and less things. We still need to make some progress in the efficient use of energy. And this is the use of energy is the second idea I have been working on the last months. That's a second example, the ecological and the real ecological transition. Is setting our priorities right now as a local government. We have accelerated our commitments with the citizens to energy generation in El Prat, in our city. We want to generate energy within our main buildings. We have also working hard to make sure that the energy we don't need can be used for the community. And thanks to the pandemic, we noticed that our homes are not adapted to their situation. So, in other terms, we are working on an important investment plan for the energy rehabilitation of our residential buildings, so that our citizens will live more comfortably. And I think these two examples require a huge investment, which not all the councils, all the administrations can do, but they also offer us great opportunities and a positive return. So, as I said, rational use of time, energy, and resources. I think it's political decision we have to take. We have to to value, and in our case, we have been reinforced by the pandemic. So I think it's very important this year and in this important crisis we have to face.
Thank you, Alba. Alba, you have mentioned in your nice words and clear words two main targets: digitalization and energy transition to a neutral CO2 local government. It looks like you are quite alienated. Let's say you are quite in the path that the European Union is fixing. And now, as you know, there is a big debate. Still, Poland and Hungary have to say, okay, green light. But what are the position from a local government like El Prat in front of the budget 21-27 and the recovery funds that they will come sooner or later? They will come. But how you see it, how you think the local government should be involved? What do you think from El Prat?
I think local governments have tried to manage the pandemic with loyalty, with high responsibility, but also with little information. With in case of Spain, with few legal possibilities and few resources transferred from the state. But even before the crisis, the local councils made face-to-face work, because we are the first door where citizens knock when they need assistance of the system. And now we are right in the middle of a new crisis, which is causing, as in the last crisis from 2008, excuse me, it's causing high unemployment, and it's been increasing inequalities here in Spain and also in the rest of the world. And the worst thing is, in my opinion, is we don't know how long the world economies will have to face it, will be affected. As I said, I can only speak for the case of Spain, because I don't know other cases. And I know the reality of the question of the competences and the fiscal rules in my country. And in our case, the local governments have been asking for more autonomy for years in order to participate for this solution in a balanced way between territories, being in solidarity with other administrations, as we always have been, because our main objective is to help the citizens of our municipalities with special attention to those which need more help. In the case of the local governments, we need with really urgency to be able to use our own money, our budget, our savings. Okay, so every municipality have been saving from the last years for what is urgent today. In my opinion, first of all, social care. We need to spend a lot of money with social care, with employment politics, with transport, public transport, of course, with energy and digital transitions, as I said before. We need our central government to be more flexible with the conditions and with the destination of these savings that we made in most cases by a really good management of municipality resources. In our case, you know, city of El Prat have about 65,000 inhabitants and an annual budget approximately 100 million euros. Since April, we have increased this budget almost 6 million extraordinary euros to face the pandemic. So we can do it. We won't do it. Now we want to increase this autonomy to continue attending our citizens with collective responsibility, with territorial solidarity. I think this is the main demand of the city councils, of the local governments, to work for a better future for all of us.
Thank you, Alba. We have gone from local to Europe, and now my last question, because we don't want to take you too much time today, maybe in the future for sure, is next year Barcelona is going to be the capital, the world capital of sustainable food, for sustainable nutrition. How do you see that, and how you see, especially from El Prat, a city who has been always very defensive of the agricultural land and the agriculture park and their own products, and even once it was a big confrontation with probably with a cousin from Trump, that they wanted to put, as you remember very well, even much better than me, casinos in all the agricultural. How you see this world capital of sustainable food?
Well, I think it's important for Barcelona, but it's also important for the whole country, because I think it's a recognition of a way of understanding the territory and the opportunities it can generate. We need to understand the importance of the food system that we have, and also it's important, this event, to find sufficient support at the international level to solve many other problems of global supply. A correct food policy, in my opinion, can help to solve mostly of the inequalities to many rural urban territories. Will help us to solve the challenges that climate change poses in relation to the agricultural system that we want to promote. It also can help us to solve the social inequality that millions of people are suffering in less developed countries with constant food crisis. Will help us to solve growing health problems that have much to do with the environmental quality of the place where we live. So I think it's a great opportunity to work for a more environmentally sustainably food system, economically realistic food system, and of course more social and ethical food system. And it's especially important in a place where the city I represent, I personally believe a lot in this new way of understanding food, because our city, El Prat, we have been working on them the last, 20 years maybe, working hard to protect and recover agricultural territory that some people and some political tendencies do not seem to love too much. But I think we win some little battles. We achieved to get the institutions to recognize the ecological and economic value. We have a very important agricultural park, agricultural field that feeds the great city of Barcelona. And for us, it's not only represent the possibility of maintaining green spaces or in a very dense environment, it also represents the guarantee of maintaining European protected natural areas, maintaining some products of high food value, but it's also an opportunity for the local economy, that the creation of many jobs, and it's essential to us, which are very grateful from all of them. I think so.
Thank you, Alba. Thank you very much indeed. We have no more questions today. And I think for today, this is all. The only thing missing is to thank you again and to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if we don't meet. Much better, hopefully that the 2020 for everything and for everyone.
Yeah.
As you know, this is an interview in the framework of the transnational project Cities as a Place of Hope. Mm-hmm. So we really will count, I hope, with your participation in maybe live, hopefully in live, in next events in Brussels or in other places on Europe. Thank you very much.
Okay, it will be a pleasure. Thank you.